Hello, welcome. This is week two for February 2024. I chose a story about a love potion for Valentine's week. No, love potions aren't real. Where do they come from? A lot of students this week said Harry Potter. They said Disney. And I said, yeah, from storybooks. What is the idea of a love potion? That the person that we love or feel enamored with, if they take this love potion, they will reciprocate. They will fall in love with us as well. So this story is kind of a dark, sinister story, actually, because someone who's trying to give someone else a love potion, hmm, you know, that's trying to force something that someone's not feeling for them. That's a very selfish thing to do. Um, and then you're going to find in this story, we have a salesperson who's selling a love potion that doesn't work. So it's shady, right? And then we're going to talk about how this story connects with real life. Okay, so here we go. This is The Chaser by John Collier, and it was written in 1940. And you're probably going to, the money's going to be a little different for you. But what you're going to find which is what we find in a lot of stories that we read, is human nature doesn't change. There are parallels between what happened in 1940 in this story and in 2024 today. Alan Austin, as nervous as a kitten, went up certain dark and creaky stairs in the neighborhood of Pell Street and peered about for a long time on the dime landing before he found the name he wanted written obscurely on one of the doors. He pushed open this door, as he'd been told to do, and found himself in a tiny room which contained no furniture but a plain kitchen table, a rocking chair, and an ordinary chair. On one of the dirt buff colored walls were a couple of shelves containing in all perhaps a dozen bottles and jars. An old man sat in the rocking chair reading a newspaper. Allen, without a word, handed him the card he had been given. Sit down, Mr. Austin, said the old man very politely. I'm glad to make your acquaintance. Is it true, asked Allen, that you have a certain mixture that has quite extraordinary effects? My dear sir, replied the old man, my stock in trade is not very large. I don't deal in laxatives and teething mixtures, but such as it is varied. I think nothing I sell has effects which could be precisely described as ordinary. Well, the fact is, began Allen. Here, for example, interrupted the old man, reaching for a bottle from the shelf, here is a liquid as colorless as water, almost tasteless, quite imperceptible in coffee, wine, or any other beverage. It's also quite imperceptible to any known method of autopsy. Do you mean it's a poison? Cried Allen, very much horrified. Call it a glove cleaner if you like, said the old man indifferently. Maybe it will clean gloves. I've never tried. One might call it a life cleaner. Lives need cleaning sometimes. I want nothing of that sort, said Allen. Probably it is just as well, said the old man. Do you know the price of this? For one teaspoonful, which is sufficient, I ask $5,000. Never less, not a penny less. I hope all your mixtures are not as expensive. As expensive, said Allen apprehensively. Oh, dear, no, said the old man. It would be no good charging that sort of price for a love potion, for example. Young people who need a love potion very seldom have $5,000. Otherwise, they would not need a love potion. I'm glad to hear that, said Allen. I look at it like this, said the old man. Please a customer with one article, and he'll come back when he needs another. Even if it is more costly, he will save up for it if necessary. So, said Allen, you really do sell love potions? If I did not sell love potions, said the old man, reaching for another bottle, I should not have mentioned the other matter to you. It's only when one is in a position to oblige that one can afford to be so confidential. And these potions, said Allen, they're not just oh no, said the old man. Their effects are permanent and extend far beyond the mere casual impulse, but they include it, oh yes, they include it bountifully, insistently, everlastingly. Dear me, said Allen, attempting to look a look of scientific detachment. How very interesting. But consider the spiritual side, said the old man. I do indeed, said Allen. For indifference, said the old man. They substitute devotion. For scorn, adoration. Give one tiny measure of this to the young lady. Its flavor is imperceptible in orange juice, soup, or cocktails. And however gay and giddy she is, she will change altogether. She will want nothing but solitude and you. I can hardly believe it, said Alan. She's so fond of parties. She will not like them anymore, said the old man. She'll be afraid of the pretty girls you may meet. She'll actually be jealous, cried Alan in a rapture. Of me? Yes, she will want to be everything to you. She is already, of course, only she doesn't care about it. She will when she's taken this. She will care intensely. You will be her sole interest in life. Wonderful, cried Alan. She will want to know all you do, said the old man, all that has happened to you during the day, every word of it. She will want to know what you're thinking about, why you smile suddenly, why you're looking sad. That is love, cried Alan. Yes, said the old man. How carefully she will look after you. She will never allow you to be tired, to sit in a draft, to neglect your food. If you're an hour late, she'll be terrified. She'll think you're killed or that some siren has caught you. I can hardly imagine Diana like that, cried Alan, overwhelmed with joy. You will not have to use your imagination, said the old man. And by the way, since there are always sirens, if by any chance you should later on slip a little, you need not worry. She will forgive you in the end. She will be terribly hurt, of course, but she will forgive you in the end. That will not happen, said Alan fervently. Of course not, said the old man. But if it did, you need not worry. She would never divorce you. Oh, no. And of course, she will never give you the very least grounds for uneasiness. And how much, said Alan, is this wonderful mixture? It's not as dear, said the old man, as the glove cleaner or life cleaner, as I sometimes call it. No, that's $5,000. Never a penny less. One has to be older than you to indulge in that sort of thing. One has to save up for it. But the love potion, said Alan. Oh, that, said the old man, opening the drawer in the kitchen table, taking out a tiny, rather dirty looking vial. That's just $1. I can't tell you how grateful I am, said Alan, watching him fill it. I like to oblige, said the old man. Then customers come back later in life when they're better off and want more expensive things. Here you are. You will find it very effective. Thank you again, said Alan. Goodbye. Au revoir, said the man. Okay, so we have a very manipulative salesman. Boy, he played Alan like a fiddle. This is a cautionary tale, this story, which means the reader understands Alan Austen is about to make an unwise decision. He's going to buy a love potion to attract the woman he wants. The assumption is the woman he wants does not return his feelings. Otherwise, he'd have no need to be there. So there's a lot of interesting things in this story that kind of set it up. It's a shady looking shop on Pell Street in New York City. And on the advice of someone unknown to the reader, he's given a mysterious card to give to the old man, which the only names we know are Alan Austen, and we know the name of the woman he likes, Diana. We never know the old man's name. But the shop has no furniture, a plain table, a rocking chair, another ordinary chair. The walls are dirty and beige, shelves lined with only a few dozen bottles and jars. So that right there should tell you this is shady business, right? This is anything done in secret is usually pretty shady. And the old man calls him by name when he walks in the door. So obviously, this person who gave Alan the card to give to the old man, they have a scam going on. This is a scam. Alan's about to get scammed in case you missed this. So the old man is talking to him and he manipulates Alan from the very moment he walks into the shop. He intentionally, once he asks about extraordinary mixtures, he mentions this $5,000 nefarious, basically, poison potion. He knows he can't afford that. He's upselling Alan. Give him a really, really high price. So when you give him the dollar price for the love potion, and $1 today is like $20. 5,000 then is like 50,000, right? So you got to think about cost of living and you've got to think about 1940 prices back then. The old man was purposely manipulating him. He was playing him the whole time. And Alan fell victim to fraudulent, deceptive practices all the way through. Okay, yes, he bought the potion for $1. Do you think he'll come back? Oh yeah. Even if it doesn't work, he's going to think it worked, or there's something else he can do. So we're going to look at the comprehension questions today. What is the significance of the title of the story, The Chaser? A hint here is the root word chase means to pursue in order to catch. So when you have all of the above, you have to make sure all of the above, every single one of them are correct. If one of them can be eliminated, all of the above cannot be the answer. So the main character, Alan, was wanting to pursue Diana, running towards love. Okay, right now we can discount that. He'd already pursued her and been rejected. So A and D are out, which means we have B or C. So you want to eliminate all the ones you can and go down to the ones you have left. The love potion was Alan's only way to find the woman he loved. He'd already found the woman he loved. The only way Alan could win over the heart of Diana was by going in search of a love potion in the hopes to change her mind about him. C is the only one that makes sense. Okay. How does the setting of the story, a rundown shop, and the strange behavior of the old man set up the conflict? Okay. Look at the question. It's a three-part question. Setting of the story, the rundown shop, the strange behavior of the old man, and the conflict. The rundown shop represents the nature of Alan's business, which is illegal. That's true, but that only answers one part of the question. The setting sets the tone for the story, showing how Alan is willing to compromise his ethical values and stoop so low as to drug the woman he loves. Still good. Doesn't talk about the strange behavior of the old man. So A and B are good answers, but they don't answer everything in the question. The setting and strange behavior of the old man sets up the problem, which is demonstrated within the very state of his business, selling illegal potions, which is done in secrecy. Okay, that answers all three. Let's see what D is. The old man is shown to be creepy and mysterious because he has something to hide. Okay, that's his strange behavior, but that doesn't mention the setting or the problem. The only answer is C. Why does the old man bring up the $5,000 lethal potion at all? The old man is trying to show the extent of what he can offer. I don't think so. The old man purposely steers the conversation, showing him what other customers have sought him out to buy. The old man is giving Alan the $5,000 high price, so when he offers him the love potion for $1, Alan will think he's getting a bargain. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's see if D is better. The old man likely knows what Alan is searching for, is bragging about what he can offer. What's really interesting is the only answer that has $5,000 in the answer is C. So you want to look for the answer to answer the question. What are the effects of the love potion the old man warns Alan to look for? The old man says you will be her sole interest in life. She will want to know what you're thinking about, why you smile suddenly, why you're looking so sad, how carefully she will look after you. What you want to do is verify that the answer is all the above. So you're going to want to go back in the story and make sure he said all of that. And guess what? He did. But I'm going to tell you, they'll switch something up where you'll think it's all the above. And I'm going to do that pretty soon. I'm going to do that. I'm going to intentionally mess it up. But the answer is all of the above. Why does Alan fail to see the negative side effects of the love potion? Alan is thinking only of his own selfish desires. That's true. The old man tells Alan exactly what he wants to hear, but he's unable to truly listen to what is being said because he's blinded by love. Oh, that's true too. The old man is manipulating Alan with his words, knowing full well he'll do anything to win over Diana. Oh, that's true too. So the only answer is D. Okay. Why is the old man willing to sell Alan the love potion for only $1? The old man knows Alan will keep coming back for more potions. Oh, that's pretty good. The old man is desperate for business? Probably not. The old man does not think highly of the love potion, so sells it as a low price? Probably not. So we can eliminate B and C. The old man feels sorry for Alan and offers him a special deal? No, I think we all agree A. At the end of the story, the old man says goodbye in French, au revoir, which can be translated as till we meet again. Why is this a logical ending of the story? The old man knows the love potion will not work the way Alan wants it to work. Okay. Since Alan is willing to cheat on love by buying a potion, he will be back to buy the $5,000 potion? Doubtful. Alan will keep coming back to the old man to buy potions to solve his problems, but they never will because he's going about it in the wrong way. Oh, I like this one. The old man believes Alan will have success with the love potion and come back to buy other products. Okay, I'm thinking C. Okay, what is the moral lesson of this story? Accept someone for who they are and don't try to change them. Love that tries to change the other person is selfish and not love. Beware of those who sell something that sounds too good to be true, because it often is too good to be true. And you're probably going to want to pick one over the other. And the answer is all the above. Remember, you can have more than one moral lesson in the story. Like if they all apply, then all the above is the answer. So, do you think the love potion was real? That's a really good question, everybody. You know, in the 1800s, there would be traveling salesmen, manipulative, deceptive, and they would sell these healing elixirs. Um, the silver bullet that, drink this, and it will heal and cure you of all ailments. And people bought it. They would buy into it. Um, so this is not a new thing. And you think about medications today, you think, oh, if I take this medication, it's going to cure me. Well, and most medications are like putting a Band-Aid. Most medications are a quick fix. They make you feel better for a little bit, and then go right back to feeling bad. Like pain reliever, it will relieve you for 4 to 6 hours. And then once the 4 to 6 hours lapse, you have to take more. Um, and look what drug companies make more money. The more you take, the more they make. Do you think the love potion was going to work? It's really interesting. There's this thing called the placebo effect, and it's very real in scientific research. If you believe something is going to work, um, that can be part of the healing process. There's a lot to be said for the power of positive thinking. I believe it will work. Um, right? How much do you think the old man will charge the next time Alan comes back? I got a lot of really interesting answers. I don't think he's going to charge him a high price. I think he's going to gradually go up. $2, $3, $4, $5. I think it's going to be a gradual thing. Is it possible in today's world a business will try to convince customers to buy a product that barely works or does not work at all? Okay, here we go. This is going to go right into our real world application. So the word deceive, to cause to believe something that is not true. Unfortunately, advertisers are very manipulative and deceptive. They mislead, they swindle, bamboozle, defraud, cheap and dupe customers. Misleading practices have happened because companies will try to get away with making claims without substantiating them claims, without scientifically proving those claims, if they can get away with it. Federal regulations, the Federal Trade Commission or the Food and Drug Administration, discourage companies from doing that. But because in the United States, we live in a free market economy, you pretty much have the liberty to say whatever you want until you get busted. So misleading advertising can range from exaggerated claims, right, to outright falsehoods. And here's the problem. If you're a company that's deceptive in their practices, you're not going to have loyal customers. You're going to have people that question your integrity and question your product. So you have to be really careful. So why would they do it in the first place? It's about grabbing attention. It's about hooking you, making you feel like something's popular. So here's an example of misleading advertising. Red Bull. Of course, Red Bull says they'll give you wings. Okay, first of all, Red Bull will not give you wings. We all know that. But the brand charges about $3 for a little can, $3 to $5 for a can of Red Bull. And they are one of the strongest marketing talents in the energy drink business. But they did face a class action lawsuit over this claim. They claimed that drinking a Red Bull energy drink would improve physical performance and reaction time. Okay. Yeah. That'd be like having vitamin drink, right? And there's no nutritional value in an energy drink. It's really caffeine to keep you awake. And yes, they had to pay a $13 million settlement. Another example would be Kellogg's cereal. They're prominent, Kellogg, a lot of cereals, Frosted Flakes. They faced charges with their Frosted Mini Wheat cereal, and they claimed in 2009 Their TV ad claimed that eating frosted mini wheats could improve a child's attentiveness by 20%. You can't have 20% more attention in the classroom because you ate frosted mini wheats for breakfast. Um, yeah, they didn't have enough evidence to support that claim. Johnson and Johnson, um, multinational company, they have a baby powder product. Baby powder is, of course, used on baby bottoms, right? Their talc, when it's mined, has traces of carcinogens. So when you use Johnson's baby powder on a baby bottom for baby diaper rash, it's carcinogenic, causes cancer. The worst thing is they marketed this to African American and overweight women, to feel fresh, and it caused ovarian cancer. Ugh, yeah. L'Oreal Cosmetics, so many cosmetics brands. Their Lancôme Genifique, L'Oreal Paris skincare product, claimed it was clinically proven to boost genes, leading to visibly improved skin in 7 days. Okay, come on, right? A lot of skincare products will claim, erase wrinkles and fine lines. Only if you get Botox will that happen. So you can't make a claim like that. The last one is Volkswagen. This is the shadiest one of all. Volkswagen, car company, they released an Audi diesel vehicle as environmentally friendly and compliant with emission standards. Okay, so I don't know if you know this, your parents have an inspection sticker right by the driver's wheel on the side of the car, and every year they have to get their car inspected, and if it doesn't meet emission standards, if it's releasing too much carbon emissions, it won't pass inspection and they have to get the car fixed. Well, Volkswagen put a defeat device on the car. They knew it had too many carbon emissions, but the defeat device on the car, if they went in for emissions testing for their inspection sticker, it passed every time. Okay, you can't do that. You can't cheat the system. Okay, so all of these examples, ladies and gentlemen, are real world examples of companies like that old man who are willing to do anything, really, to make a profit. Does this surprise you? Tamu. There was a Super Bowl ad for Tamu. This is the newest and hottest online clothing company from China. They offer fast fashion, the latest clothing trends, and customers are buzzing about their exciting purchases at low prices. Advertised all over social media, unbeknownst to buyers. This is quality, low quality, cheap fabrics, fall apart quickly. You get what you pay for. But here's the worst thing. They use exploitative labor practices. We're talking sweatshops conditions, child labor. And I think if a company is willing to do that, I don't really feel comfortable giving them my credit card. So what seems like a good deal is actually not worth the price, even the extremely low price. What if they're getting your personal information or your credit card information? I don't feel comfortable with that. So businesses today, we have to be really careful as consumers because they're willing to manipulate us, customers, and outright lie to make a profit. So here's our thesis today. The short story, The Chaser by John Collier, is a cautionary tale about a character who's duped by an old man selling a product who falsely claimed it had magical properties. And this same scheming can be seen in the real world companies today. Okay, so body one, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you the quotes today. And I'm going to tell you, week 3, I won't. And at this point, I've already done week 3, so I know where I'm taking you. I'm going to give you one passage in the story, explain the old man's selfish greed to get what he wanted. So here's the passage. It's not as dear, said the old man, as the glove cleaner or life cleaner, as I sometimes call it. That's $5,000, never a penny less. One has to be older than you are to indulge in that sort of thing. One has to save up for it. What I want you to do is tell me why he said this. He's mentioning $5,000. He's upselling him. He's mentioning this exorbitant price, to make him, seem like, oh, I really know what I'm doing. And I have this wide range of products. And at the very end of this range, it's really expensive. One has to save up for it. He's planting the seed. I know you'll be back. The second passage, again, subtle manipulations by the old man. I look at it like this: please a customer with one article, he'll come back when he needs another. Even if it's more costly, he'll save up for it if necessary. He's basically saying, you're going to come back. All my customers come back. When whatever you need the next time, I'll be ready for you. So I'm here, whatever you need. A third passage demonstrates the cunningness of the old man. I like to oblige. Then customers come back later in life when they're better off and want more expensive things. Here you are. You'll find it very effective. I know you're going to be successful. I know you're going to make more money. I'm always going to be here. All in all, the old man clearly was shown to be self-absorbed and willing to do anything to make a profit. So all I want you to do today is introduce the quote. I've given you the quote. You can just copy and paste it. Your job is to explain what the quote means. What do you think? How does this show he's self-centered, he's manipulating Alan, and he's doing everything he can to make a profit? Okay. Body 2, and this is the fun one. This is the one you're going to have most fun. If you're a new student, if you're in 5th grade and you're watching this video, I don't want you to do body paragraph 1. It will be so hard for you. I do want you to do body paragraph 2. Unfortunately, top businesses in today's business world use false claims to deliberately deceive customers into buying their products because they selfishly want to make money. I want you to pick any 3. So I'm going to share my screen here. And I'm going to share with you in my lesson here. I'm going to scroll down in my lesson here. Pop this down here. Here we go. So it says, one example of a current business who was caught lying to customers. Okay. You can pick any business you want. Now you can pick one of the 5 I've given you. If you're an older student, I actually prefer you look them up. I think they're more fun out there to kind of find. A second incident involving a reputable company who misled customers. It should be misled. A third corrupt business practice was done by blank who attempted to dupe customers. So you can modify those sentences a little bit. So here's an example here of a student essay. So I kind of like one business who was caught lying to customers was the tennis shoe company New Balance. They falsely claimed their brand of shoes would help wearers burn calories. These sneakers were advertised to have hidden board technology, and that should be in quotes, to not only look attractive, offer comfort, but also assist in the workout by allowing the user to help burn calories. This was later found to be false advertising. A shoe cannot help you burn calories, ladies and gentlemen. A second incident involved a reputable company who misled customers was Airborne. Airborne claimed their sanitizing product was designed to help ward off bacteria and germs. As customers perceived this product as creating a safer environment for their families, the product became a popular item. However, there were no studies shown to support their advertising promises. The Center for Scientific and the Public Interest investigating find Airborne to be guilty of deceiving their customers. A third corrupt practice was done by the skincare company Olay, who attempted to dupe customers. Olay released an anti-aging cream commercial claiming their product contained pentapeptides. I don't even know if that's a word. I know peptides is, which was effective in reducing the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. So you'll notice in quotes is the claim, the false claim, and you probably should do that. You want a false claim. Women bought this cream thinking it would work as directed, but were bamboozled. Okay, so I've got everything from Wrigley's Eclipse gum. I've got really interesting ads that students found. So I want to encourage you, especially if you've been in my class a while, look up deceptive practices, fraudulent claims companies have made. You will be surprised. And you'll be surprised by what they said. And you should put that in quotes. And I think this is the most fun part of this essay. So, restated thesis, sometimes the fictional world mirrors the real world, which was the case with the short story, The Chaser by John Collier, where a customer was convinced a product would fix his problem because the salesperson lied, which also happens in real life. As shown with the above real-world examples, companies are willing to make false claims about their products to attract customers and convince them to buy them. Depending upon the product, this can leave a customer not only dissatisfied, as they clearly did not receive the benefits they imagined they were buying, but they could also be out a significant amount of cash. It's not unheard of for companies to also offer deals or coupons to lure customers to buy their goods and then jack up the price when they come back for more. At the end of the day, the business world can be cutthroat when it comes to their willingness to cheat and lie, all with the selfish intent to earn the highest profits possible. The short story, The Chaser, is an appropriate title, as customers today often chase a dream or put their faith in a product which clearly sounds too good to be true with what it can do for them, but they buy into the claim anyway. So just real world applications on this one. And this is really from me and my business background. I do have a business degree as well as a teaching degree. And it's kind of fun. I get to mix the two sometimes and really give you more of a broad worldview. All right, this concludes lesson 2. Thank you for watching and have a great week. And please send me, if you are a new student, body paragraph 2 only. If you are doing leads and conclusions, please try the whole thing, especially if you've been with me over a year. If you're particularly stressed at school and it's all you can do to do body paragraphs only, please try it. Body paragraph 1 is not an option if you've been with me for 6 months or longer. You're going to need it for the STARS test, so don't avoid it. You're going to have to know how to do it. All right, and you're going to get it again lesson 3. All right, thanks for watching and have a great week.